There you are. Are we live? Yes.
We are live.
Live
So,
button. I see live
um,
button.
first of all, ladies, January 18th, make sure you're on the call because that's when we're going to find out about the incentive trip. And don't ever give up till the very end. Like, don't ever, because they always throw curveballs and you can just totally earn the trip. So many that thought they couldn't earn it ended up earning it, and so I'm really excited about that. So here today is Sam Long. She's been with Unique. Well, she joined and she worked it a little bit, but kind of just kept buying for herself. And then she decided to go pro with it, and so she's been rocking it ever since. She just went blue in November, but she is probably one of the most consistent and persistent presenters that we have, and she's branded herself, and she's doing great. And I'm really excited for her to talk about things that she does on a daily basis. So here is Sam Wall.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Sam.
So I wanted just to um, kind of go over some task refreshers, and I do this a lot with my team, just because it's can be so overwhelming, and I know people work 9 to 5s, and people have busy lives, so it can be hard, but it can be done. So I just have some notes and some things. So if I kind of jump around, just kind of bear with me. But one of the first things that I want to start with is you should add 5 new friends a day on Facebook. And if you're on Instagram or Twitter, you should follow at least 20 to 30 new people a day, or Pinterest, something like that, whichever social media platforms that you use. Um, the minimum like that I have is friends, minimum friends on Facebook, I would say is 2,000. So we all know the most you can have is 5,000, but you have to get your friends list up there to be able to expand your business. If not, people aren't going to see it. If you don't friend request at least 5 people a day, you're still showing the same people who are in your friends list the same stuff. So you've got to expand and gain new people. You can search in the search bar up at the top. You know, I search a lot like weddings, photography, because when do people want to look pretty? They are, weddings, they're getting pictures taken, things like that. So those are the people I try to target doing it that way. So that's kind of how I search, rather than just going so much to my friends, to their friends, to their friends, to their friends. Also, anytime I'm out and about, I leave business cards. So if I am at the bank, I'll leave a business card in the tube. If I am at the gas station, I'll leave a business card on the table, a Blitz card, anything that you can do, I leave them everywhere I go. Also, I follow up with every single customer that I have. Um, Even if it's going to be bad feedback, you'd rather have bad feedback than not following up at all. So let's say that they're having trouble with the mascara. Okay, try to troubleshoot it and say, what is happening? Why? What are you doing first? Are you doing this second? Are you letting it dry and then you're doing this? So I try to help them if they have that problem. Otherwise, if they have great things to say, ask them if you can screenshot it and post it on your wall. That's maybe, hey, I love hearing great feedback, and that's all you have to say, rather than trying to, sell it. That's just posting it out there. I also email my customers, or I'll, voice message them through Messenger. I'll text some of them, but I'll just ask them, hey, it's been about 3 months. Do you, need a refill on your mascara? Or, if it's been 6 months, maybe I'll ask about the Splurge, cream shadows, things like that. So I watch what they've ordered, and then I go back and ask them how they're doing with it or whatever. Also, I do always, and everybody doesn't recommend this, but anytime somebody orders from me, I ask them if I can post it on my wall and just tell them thank you. I never post it without asking, and the reason I have done that is because when I have asked people, I have been told no, because maybe they don't want their spouse to know, or maybe they don't want another presenter who they're friends with to know, or things like that. So I always take the common courtesy to ask, rather than just posting it and tagging them in it. Also, anytime I'm going to order a bulk order, I always post that out there. So, and I'll take a picture of myself, or I'll make something at canva.com, which is a great site where you guys can make any size of social media that you want to. It's a website, which is fantastic. But I'll go on there and I'll make something maybe that says, you know, bulk order, and save them on the shipping. Okay. I always tell my people to make sure you guys have cash and carry. If you don't invest in your business, it's not going to sell. So even if you have just one thing, have it on you. It's super important. Facebook parties, I try to message people, at least 3 to 5 people a day. I tell my team message 10 because I know how it can get hectic, and then people don't do it. So your goal should be 10 a day. So I will message them something, you know, about a Facebook party. If they want to host it, get all the free makeup. I do all the work. They don't ever have to post anything. I post, and they get all the credit. So I've had some that have completely failed, which is okay. And I tell my team the same thing. It's okay if they fail, because you're making connections with those people. So if it fails, it doesn't matter. You can't look at it as a dollar sign, and that's what I tell them. You have to be able to make the connection and gain new friendships and friend request those people, okay? Also, you should have a VIP group, and that VIP group is where I post all of my sales. I post all my cash and carry that I have that I'm maybe had around and I want to, you know, get rid of it. There's new products coming, whatever it may be, because you can't post obviously a sale on your personal page. So I post it in my VIP, but I don't only post just a sale. Sometimes I'll post like a tip of the day or product information. So it's not always just a sale. And, you know, I try to post on there once a day, if not every other day, so it's not so overwhelming. But everybody in the VIP group gets a notification because it is a group. So that's the nice thing about that. So everybody sees it in your VIP group. I also tell them that try to post at least 1 video a week. If not, try to post 2. At least every 3 to 4 days you should post, because every 3 to 4 days your video is going to die down. So I know people don't like to do videos. I'm the same way. I can't handle hearing myself, let alone seeing myself. So I do the video and I don't play it back. I just post it. And that's what I recommend to everybody, because you are your worst critic. So if you're real and mess up, that's what people like. People like to watch disasters. I mean, how many times do you stop whenever you're scrolling on Facebook because it's a complete disaster video? We all continue to watch it. So, you know, I always tell people, don't edit it so much to make it perfect, because that's not, people aren't perfect. You're not real. I mean, being so perfect. But you have to do those videos. That's what's going to sell your product, is the video. Anything you get in, I tell them to demo it. Make a video and change your shirt, change your jewelry, do whatever you need to do your whole entire face, and then you can cut up the video, and you can have, you know, a month-long video in a 30-minute session of doing your makeup. My videos are, and I tell my team the same thing, don't make your videos over 2 minutes and 32 seconds. That's the going time that you lose someone's span. A lot of people will do 5-6 minutes. I'm not watching it for that long, and most people don't. So, but you have to do those videos. Also, I tell people to message 10 people a day and about the opportunity on Younique. So I tell them the goal for their week is to get 50 no's. So while everybody, yes, wants, you know, every single person to say yes, that's unrealistic. So I tell them, get 50 no's a week, that's your goal. And if you get 50 no's a week, then you've messaged, let's just say, you know, 55, 60 people, or how many ever you've messaged, but get no's. Because I tell them, make a list of no's. Those people are the people who you want to follow up with, because a no isn't a no, it's a planted seed. It's not a no. You are continuing to plant that seed. So I tell them, keep your whole list of your 100 people that you want to contact, but also make another separate list and just continue adding to that, so then you can follow up with those people, you know, every couple of months and follow up with them. Also, hashtags. I always try to post hashtags on my pictures that I'll post daily. I post a lot of positive quotes, and you can use hashtags, of Throwback Thursday or grateful or blessed or happy, anything beautiful, whatever you want to do. It doesn't only have to be hashtag unique, because if you're searching that, hashtag unique, it's all unique people. So think about, what do people, positive people, happy people, want to see, or what are they searching? So I always try to use hashtags that are positive.
Puppies.
Yeah, selfies. So, and I try to tell people to not use filters on their selfies, because the makeup does it justice. The makeup makes you, feel gorgeous, look gorgeous, all of that. So I try not to use filters with it. I have a light on my phone that I just turn on and use that, so it's natural light. I don't have a lot of natural light in my house because we don't have like a big window or anything like that. So, and you can get the little lights that clip on your phone for like $14 on Amazon. I've told my team to go get those, and they did, and they've actually all just are now getting them, and they love them. So yeah, Chrissy has one right there, so she can show you guys. See, and it has like 3 settings, right?
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
let me blind you.
It is super bright. Yeah.
I've got one coming.
See, it's exciting.
Medium.
Yeah. I also take my catalogs, and I work in a medical plaza where there's 4 medical buildings. I will take the catalogs and drop them off there and just say, hey, they know me because I work in the building, and I'll just say, hey, I'll be back on Friday, and I'll pick them up, and I'll leave you guys some order forms in case anybody wants anything. I'll place the order for you, and I'll bring it, directly to them, rather than them making them have to go on the website, order it, all of that. I just take care of it for them. Also, I make samples for people. Personally, I'm not going to buy the samples, which are on back order, but I'm not going to buy them. The reason being is because they are not helping my PRS. So if I can get a foundation bottle and make samples myself, that's also making my PRS go up. The samples you're going to purchase in the back office, they don't, which, it's your preference either way you want to. It's just, I feel like it's beneficial to actually buy the product and sample it yourself. Also,
can I freeze there for a minute and show them my samples?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I get these little bitty Ziploc bags, and these are in our team page. The papers are in our team page in the file section, but I buy these little plastic. Can you see that very well?
Yeah, we can see it. Yep.
So this is the cleanser, obviously. And then it just tells a bit about it, and you can throw your business card in there too. But so anyways, that's how I do those. I have a bunch, like I have one for primer. These are the papers for primer. I've got them for concealers, that sort of thing. So just an idea of what I do is, like my primer's empty, but I'm going to cut it open, and I'm going
Scrape
to make
it off.
out of it. And you could probably get about 20 samples out of cutting open your container, and when you think it's empty. But anybody that orders a foundation and does not order or has never tried our primer, I always give them a sample of our primer.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And I would probably say 7 out of 10 times they order the primer, just from the sample.
Yep. And like I say, nothing wrong. I mean, it's super easy, I'm sure, to have the samples, but like I say, I would rather make my PRS go up and have a whole entire bottle rather than,
I don't believe corporate has come out and told us that we cannot make samples yet. So, but until then, I guess until it comes out in our presenters agreement that we can't, which I could foresee that coming.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope not, but
yeah, I hope not. Yeah.
But anyways, you can definitely, if you ever got the samples from Unique with the foundation. You did not, you don't even get enough to cover this part of your cheek.
Right.
It's crazy. It literally is only enough to color match, not to even try.
Right.
Okay,
And
go
if you
ahead,
want,
Sam.
oh, no, that's okay. Also, I follow up with those people who said that they wanted products, but then, life gets busy and you never hear from them. So I have actually our book that we got at a convention last year. It's just the size of like a little diary, but I have a list in there that I keep going, and I just kind of broke up the book a little bit and have a section where I have people who said they wanted to try this, or people who said they wanted to sign up, or people who, I mailed samples to or mailed a catalog to or something like that, and I haven't heard back from them. There's a lot of times that I'll scroll back through my messages just even on Facebook, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, that person wanted that, and then I never heard back. So I follow up with those people, but that's why I've gotten a book, and I write them all down because it's easier for me. But I follow up with them, and I'll say, hey, I just, haven't heard back from you. I just wanted to see if I could help you out, and I know you wanted to try that mascara and you sounded super excited about it. I just wanted to see if I could get that for you and I can get it in the mail. And a lot of the times they're like, oh yeah, I completely forgot, and then they'll pay me via PayPal and I'll ship it out. So you got to follow up, because if your mouth isn't moving about your company, who was going to hear you? No one. So you have to talk about it and follow up with these people. Also, old parties that I've done on Facebook, I go in and post, and I try to do that twice a month. So it may be like about the monthly kudos, because I'm not friends with everybody who was invited to that party, but they're all going to get a notification because it is the Facebook party, because I've made it an event. So they all get a notification. So I will post in there maybe a VIP special that's going on, or like I say, the kudos, or maybe just a tip of the day, something like that, to re-engage some of those people from the old parties. Also, what else do I have on my list? I always, if I have something going on in my life that is, dragging me down, or stressful or anything, you would not know. I will not post it on my Facebook page. I will not follow people who are negative. I will delete them immediately, because you can become the people who you surround yourself with. So I'm constantly trying to be positive, because I want people to want to be around me, to want to see my stuff. So that's why I constantly will post a positive quote, or post just a saying maybe that's positive, or anything that's, not draining to people. So always be positive and be consistent and be passionate about what you do. People can tell if you're not. People can tell if you really like what you do. If you make a video, or you're just rushing through it, or do you really care about the product? So also, I've recently been hooked up with a couple people from the UK, thanks to Chrissy, who are in the same area that I'm at color-wise, and we're both trying to go for the same color, to green. So we're bouncing ideas off of each other. We've added each other to our VIP groups, and we've liked each other's business pages, and it's just really helpful to be with those people and get support from them. So it's nice to have that partner who, can help you and give you some ideas and things like that. So, reach out to somebody, or, ask your sponsor, hey, do you have somebody in our team who I can work with, things like that, because it does help you. So I really enjoy.
I picked another girl that they're not on our teams at all, because I think they can learn so much from other leaders and who they learn from. So I hooked up with another girl, and so we found a few girls that, were going for blue, and girls that were going for green, and kind of matched them up. So
yeah, and actually,
it's going great.
Yeah, the girl who you actually turned me to added a girl to the conversation, and her and I have actually been working together, and I don't hear much from the other girl, but the girl who she added to the conversation is like, her and I have really been talking, so it's kind of funny, but it's helpful. It just, like I say, it makes you feel good. It's helpful.
Yeah.
Also, you need to make sure you guys have a business page. I know some people aren't fans of them, but personally, I've gotten probably 2,000 likes in the past 10 days. So there is a rhyme or reason to your business page, and I feel like I've gotten it figured out just a tad, but just in enough time for it to probably change, because that's what Facebook does. But and honestly, getting those 1,500 likes has been from boosting a post. I'm not in those ladders and all that, getting likes from those types of things, because I personally don't think that's going to work. But I post on my business page at least once a day, so it's not so overwhelming, but not always about unique. Like the other day I posted a picture of my cat, or and put something with it because of the way he was laying or something, I don't even know. But sometimes I'll post, hair colors, or different, sayings, or it doesn't always have to be just unique related. So like I say, I try to post, like I say, once a day on my business page. And let's see, what else do I have on my list? I'm trying to look here. I always tell people in my team, whenever you're messaging people, to ask them how they are, because you don't just want it to be about you and what you're trying to do for your business. So I will message them something that they've either commented on, or they have liked something, or they had a pretty picture of themselves, and I'll comment something about that, and then I'll ask them about the business opportunity. So you can tell it's not just a random message that I'm sending everyone. I will, copy and paste the question part of what do you want to hear about the unique opportunity, but I'm typing them something either before or after, most likely before, something about them. So it isn't just about you. Let's see. Also, one of the things that I do whenever I message people and they will maybe say, no, I don't have the money. I try to relate to them and tell them, I didn't have the money either, but I stopped going to Starbucks in the morning for 2 months, and that's how I got my $99. Or, whatever, you can do to relate to them. And then I ask them, if I could show you a way to get your $99 back, would you be interested? Because we all know that you can, make the money back quickly. So, but I try to relate to them rather than them just telling me, no, I don't have the money, and you washing it away like, okay, they don't have the money, and you scratch them off your list. Try to relate and help them out. Okay. And I always tell my team I always tell people, there's some people who hit black status in 3 months, but let's be realistic. That's not realistic. Normally, I tell people, you got to have a 5-year plan. Okay, that's maybe a long time, but you can't give up on yourself. If you give up on yourself, then everybody's going to also. So nobody's journey is the same. So I tell my team, don't compare yourself to anyone else. Don't try to be like anyone else. Just go and be you and work your business, and don't compare, because nobody's black journey is the same as anyone else's. I also, something I do is I comment on people's stuff rather than liking it, because I never go and look to see who likes my stuff. There may be 200 likes on something. I'm not going to scroll through that, but I see every person who comments. So try to do that for just 5 days, and you'll see how difficult it can be. But once you start to do it, then you'll continue to do it, and that will make you build relationships with people. I also go through in my book, and I will write down my friends who I feel like would be good in this business, and I try to maybe comment more on their stuff, or comment more frequently, on their page or something like that, just so I'm a constant reminder that, hey, I'm here, without, trying to push my product on them, because that's not what you want to do. And I tell people, if you believe in yourself, you'll be unstoppable, but you can't give up. So I think that's all I have on my list that I have. Chrissy, do you have some stuff you want to add?
I think you did a great job just telling, talking about. I think it's nice for people to hear it besides me.
Yeah, yeah.
Just, I just think, the more you comment on people's things and, when you message people, I've just come to terms of I really just don't do the cold messaging. People that I've never interacted with.
Yeah, I
So,
don't either.
'cause you just don't get a good response. I talk with them more over Messenger and more, just talking to them about, like, there's this one girl that she has this really cute son and she's a single mom. And so I just touch base with her a lot, like, how are you doing, and things like that. So, and she has a cute little boy that, she's gorgeous. So I always tell her that. So I think eventually maybe my newest presenter, gosh, she's Kendra. Hope you watch this, Kendra. Kendra lives here in Kearney, and she, oh gosh, I want to say over a year ago or more. I met her through an online party from a mutual. No, it was 2 years ago because she's lived in her new house like for 2 years. Met like literally like right when I first started, and she's like so huge makeup lover. Like she took makeup classes when she lived out in California, and it's so good at her makeup, And I kept thinking, oh my God, you do so good at this. Oh, she told me no every single time. She's like, no, I don't think I can sell it. She did Scentsy and just didn't take off, but she just kept buying from me. And guess what? She signed up today. It's just, being consistent. So I really should make a post and ask her, what is it that finally pushed you over the edge to do it? So it just is the right time for certain people. And I know Savannah had talked to Tara Lewis Newton. You know her? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Savannah had given her the business opportunity. And she told Savannah no. She just wasn't interested. But then later she signed up with someone else. So,
Yeah.
And Savannah's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
So, but that happens with everyone. I mean, some people just click better with other people. And heck, Sarah probably signed up with somebody she knew instead of a stranger. You know what I mean? You can't blame people.
Right.
So,
No.
which is totally, not crazy. So that's why it's important to build relationships, to, just make sure that you work hard and I don't know. It's just meeting lots of new people. Love it.
And that's what I tell people. It's not easy. If it were easy, everybody would be black, I mean, everybody would be black status. And, it isn't easy. It doesn't come overnight. You have to work it. And people are like, well, I don't have the time. I have 4 kids, 5-year-old triplets and a 10-year-old who plays on a traveling softball team in the city. She plays basketball. I'm an administrator for 2 ophthalmology practices and an ASC, a surgical center. So I don't have the time either, but I find it. It may be maybe whenever I'm laying in bed and that's the only quiet time that I have, and I may post for 30 minutes, or while I'm, running out to Taco Bell and I'm waiting on my food, I may post. There's times that if you want to work it, you literally can find the time.
Exactly.
Grocery store.
Yeah, while you're waiting in line. Yeah.
I know. It's just, or my kids, whether at basketball practice, I'm like,
yep.
But, games, if you put my phone away.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys learned a bit, and I do a lot when the kids go to bed too. Well, they were supposed to be in bed.
Yes.
My husband's not here; he's out of town. So anyway, so I hope you guys learned a lot, and
thank you guys for joining.
Yeah, Sam has 4 kids, triplets. Triplets. If she can do this, you guys can do it too. Anybody that's watching, thanks, girls, for tuning in. Hopefully we will get it fixed next time so it doesn't take so long. So everyone joining in. And I'll post the YouTube link soon, so you can share with your teams as well. All right?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.